Welcome from COVID Central. It's mandatory as of midnight tonight. Yep. Apparently they can't hear you. Stand by. Well, do we want to just start the stream again?
I'll just, fuck it. You just tell them because they can't hear me.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
How are we there, guys? Welcome to the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. I'm your host, Josh. Hopefully this time you can hear me. So be sure to let me know ASAP if you can hear me or not. Go Wellington can hear now. Beautiful.
Big
Cheers. Too easy. Big shout out, obviously, to Gabriel Mar, optometrist, major sponsor of the show. Be sure to go check those guys out down there at Jesmond for all your eye care needs. It is muchly appreciated, and we do thank them very much. Ben's here as well. G'day, mate. How are we?
Well, I'm assuming that they can hear me, so my joke's not going to work a second time. I'm good, mate.
Very good, mate. That's all we wanted. That's all I wanted out of you, mate. So, obviously, before we go any further, the big news, obviously, unfortunately, the boys who were due to join us tonight, unfortunately, can't. To obviously, definitely out of our control. We couldn't help the situation, so
Nope.
we will try and get those guys on at a later date.
But out of something bad comes something good.
Absolutely. We do thank, obviously, Luke and so forth for obviously doing the dirty work originally. And we do thank those guys for being up for it originally before all the dramas happened. But yeah, everything's good just from a club point of view. That's all. We'll just leave it at that.
I should put the game in, shouldn't I?
Oh, yeah. Friggin' yeah, the game's on. The game's on, obviously. So yeah, give me updates because I can't. Goal Wellington. There you go. Beautiful. Winning.
No, I'll just Chromecast it to my TV.
Oh, freaking! They're out already, Luke. Oh, Costa Potatos.
I was making that joke as well.
Absolutely.
What was the one I sent you in the text message?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, we don't have the boys tonight. We will try and get them on at a later date. So, we will push on, obviously. We'll talk a bit of VAR. We'll talk the 5 subs. We'll talk the short turnarounds to the 8 turnarounds. And we've got a few others there, depending on what time and how in-depth we go talking about this. Plus, we will talk about, obviously, the game just gone and the Central Coast on Friday night. So, we may as well start with last night. 24 hours have gone pretty well.
We've all had time to digest.
We've all had time to calm down a little bit and reflect on probably what was not expected. Let's be honest, as fans. So it finishes 2-1. Costa with the winner in the 90th minute. Literally the 90th minute. If you go back and you actually watch the goal and you watch the timer, 89.59. The ball went in the net. So it was literally smack bang on 90 minutes. So obviously it's to seal us the winner. Bloody obviously Fitzy scored the first one. Absolute crack up volley. What do we got here? So yeah, be sure to post what you've got, what you like in the chat. Hey Josh, hey Benno, Lockie, how you going, mate?
Hello, Lockie. Hello, lads.
Your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts, obviously, on the result and everything else. We'll go through sort of, bit by bit in regards to obviously the game itself. We've got a bit of statage here as well. We'll get your thoughts on obviously player of the match. Stuff like easily one of the best performances and very convincing at first. I thought playing 3-5-2 as Bugo proved to be missing the tackle. It can leave us very exposed, but it did prove a good formation later. Yeah. So Well, we may as well talk obviously from start to finish. We'll talk start because let's be honest, I don't know about you guys in the chat, and obviously Benno with me here. Ryan Grant's first 15 to 20 minutes was freaking impressive.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Let's be honest.
It would have been a very different game if he was
played
on.
90, if he played 90 minutes, holy shit. That play down the wing was just phenomenal. He was killing us down that wing. And I think if he sat there for 90 minutes, it could have been a very different scoreline, to be fair. But no, happy days for us anyway, not for Sydney. He picked up an early injury just after the 30-minute mark and was subbed off, which, to our relief, helped big time.
Yeah. So, in saying that, he did get the niggle earlier than that.
It was about 15 minutes in. He played for a while. He played for a while with it. You can sort of see him limping every now and then and so forth. So I'm sure we'll find out in the next couple of days, I suppose, of how bad it really is. They've got a bit of a break, I believe. So I think they've got about an 8-day break. So it may...
I should be wearing one of my new shirts.
Might be enough. Hey?
I should be wearing one of my new shirts.
Yeah, I was hoping mine were going to arrive today, but no, they didn't. Anyway.
Mine did. I got mine, Yes, Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you to Viva Global.
Yeah, thank you. Be sure to go check, get your 50% discount.
Yeah. Go and get it.
Shirt. We move the ball around good. A beanie easily marquee.
Luke, I said that 10 minutes in. That was one of the first things I messaged to Josh. Bernie needs to be re-signed.
Beanie needs to be re-signed. Yeah, so we'll talk about a beanie. Obviously, we'll talk a little bit of depth in the whole scenario of our players and everything else. But obviously, let's talk about the start, as we were saying. Ryan Grant absolutely tore us to shreds.
Yeah.
For a good 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Which had me worried. Obviously, including that. Pardon me. Including that, obviously, who was it? Who else was it? Was down the? I think it was
Zulo.
Pardon?
Zulo was on the left, wasn't he?
Yeah, Zulo. But who was in front of him? Bloody was it Retro?
Yeah,
I think it might have been Retro, or it might have been McGowan. I can't remember, but whoever it wasn't McGowan. Retro, I believe.
Oh, Bum Johan.
Bum Johan, that's who it was. He the link-up play there between those two was just freaking insane.
Oh, it was mental.
But in saying that, though, we still, I believe, held our own in possession. We still look good. We controlled, I reckon, I'd say, probably 80 minutes of the 90-minute match.
Oh, 100%.
I think we controlled the ball really well. We moved the ball well. I reckon that's probably some of the best movement of the ball I've seen in years. Not even in the grand final making season with Merrick did we play that good of football.
Oh, 100%.
No way. We look so good on the ball, which is good to see. Obviously, you can look at the stats. Obviously, we held possession. You take it to the first half. Even first half, we held possession. We more shots on target. Bloody, passing. What do we have? 256 completed to their 176. Crosses, balls into the area, corners. We won everything. We literally won everything. We dominated the first half, which obviously flew over into the second half, obviously. But what do we got here? Sydney had one shot, and that was a goal. But agree, his haircut is absolutely atrocious.
Oh, it's shocking.
His playing ability is incredible.
How can you make a mullet worse? I don't know how, but he's managed to do it.
The current best informed back for the Socceroos, I'd have to agree. He's by far probably our best back in the Socceroos lineup. Like he's just that talented. He reads the ball, and you can tell because he was moving that ball down that wing in front of Carl. And there's no way if you looked at Carl's face, we got a close up shot as he was moving that ball in and out. Like I guarantee you, Carl's sitting there going, "Oh yeah, righto, holy shit." What do we got? At one point, we were prepping. peppery them more than a Chinese man cooking pepper beef. Nice. Sydney took us slightly. Looked like they were playing for the. Yeah, I wouldn't say they took us lightly. I think they.
I don't know.
Again,
They were. I don't think they did.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Friggin', we knocked off City before we friggin' finished. Before we went into COVID, so they're sitting second.
Yeah.
So we've knocked off first and second in consecutive weeks.
Hmm.
We'll put it. Or matches. We'll leave it at matches. So it's no joke. There's no way they would have been sitting there. And at the end of the day, everyone's at a level playing field now. There is no we're in form and they're not in form and blah blah blah. Everyone's struggling. More teams more so than others. Obviously, we'll talk a bit about that later. And obviously, how COVID's affected teams and stuff like that. But right now, it's pretty much about the 90 minutes and how good it was and how impressed, we thought they were. Like the lineup itself was pretty good. Obviously, I think everyone would have been a little bit confused in regards to Dimi Petratos sitting on the bench. Let's be honest, hasn't missed a game in like 34 games or something like that. What do we got? Sanitizer. Ben's on the sanitizer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Of course he is. So obviously you had what do we have? Obviously you had Italiano, Kachurumba, Spoogs, Topper, Miller, Thurgate, Ugarkovic, O'Toole, Abini, O'Donovan, and Fitzy up front. It's a pretty good lineup. You know what I mean? Like I don't
considering.
Look, there's not much you'd really change in that lineup, to be fair.
Well, considering COVID, there is.
What? We lost Wes. We've lost
Bobby,
obviously. Yeah.
Well, word on the street is Lockie that he's nursing a niggle.
I think it was right call, but Timmy needed a rest. Look, Ben and I were talking about it after the game, and let's be honest, he played 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes was absolute shot on his performance for him. You know what I mean? Like we know he's a better player than what he put out, which to me means one of a number of things. He's nursing an injury, like we're supposedly been told. He's just he wasn't doing enough during COVID, which he wouldn't be the only one. Obviously, Carl came out and said he will pick the fittest team.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he's looking at. Yeah, he doesn't care on ability or how good you can turn a ball and how good you can feed a ball. If you aren't fit enough, or if you aren't one of the 11 fittest blokes, you're not getting in that starting squad. And you could definitely tell that with Dimmy. He definitely wasn't.
Luke, in response to your comment, saw a lot of hate towards O'Toole, saying he's trash and we need Bobby Burns back. Those people who are saying that, mate, are plastic fans.
I said the exact same thing. I said
plastics.
O'Toole, honestly, was one of the best players on the night. He was one of the.
He stepped up.
There was nothing. The only thing you can say that he lacked to where Bobby didn't was the final cross. That was it.
Yeah, and you put that down to nerves too.
Oh, look, regardless, it's you just come back. Everything's still, not everyone's 100%. And
when was his last first team game?
Yeah, let's give the boys a bit of slack. They've only played one trial match, in preparation for obviously the game against the champions.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
I don't think he played bad. Like no
way.
Like if somebody who's new to watching the Jets and has never watched them before watch that game, I dare say that 90% of them wouldn't pick out that O'Toole was his first cap.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's it. That's it. People have got to realise that's his first game. You know what I mean? Like he came in, and in all honesty, out of the performance that he put in last night, I can definitely see why Graham Arnold picked him for the Joeys. Yeah, you can definitely see what he can bring to a side. At the end of the day, put it this way: the people want to sort of criticise him and say that he's, we need Bobby Burns back and so forth. The only thing I can criticise him on And the thing that he definitely needs to work on in is his crossing ability when he gets that final, connection. Obviously, if that's all Carl's got to work on for a youth player, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't think Carl will be
What it is it's fans seeing what Bobby is capable of. It's the fans being spoiled. We don't have that luxury. Guess what, guys? Bobby's gone. He's not coming back. He's not coming back.
Not coming back yet.
And the amount of dribble that they post on the Facebook pages and stuff about, we need Bobby Burns back. That's all it is, dribble. How about you put in something constructive? Like, okay, it's obvious he is not of the level of Bobby Burns. That's obvious. Everybody knows that. But don't slam the lad because of it.
Absolutely not. It's no different to you, bloody Johnny. But everyone, it's what we do. It's what Jets fans do.
Bobby Burns has had European type and style of training. He's had a complete youth system to run through at Hearts. Australian players aren't given that luxury.
Yeah, correct.
And they don't have the quality.
Just training in Europe is a completely different. We'll put it this way, guys. Put it this way. I've never seen, and we'll get into him a little bit later, but I've never seen Bernie Abini play the way he's played like that in the A League. Ever.
No, not in the A League.
Ever. So he left the A League, he went abroad, and he's been to some big name places, and you can tell the difference in training. He hasn't got that from playing games there. He's got that from training.
Yeah.
What you learn at training, you bring out on game day. Everyone who plays football has I guarantee you heard that saying from one of their coaches, whether it was from juniors or freaking decent state league football. Whatever you put in at training, you take out on game day. That's simple. And you can tell that he's worked on his craft and he's got all of that by training at a much higher level.
Yeah.
Whether that was straight from Vancouver or wherever else he's been abroad. I can't remember exactly where he was before that. It was Saudi Arabia or something like that before.
No, he was at he was in the K League.
K League or something, yeah.
Who knows? That may be what we're playing here. May be somewhat of a similar style to what Carl was playing at the Whitecaps when Abini was there.
Yeah.
He showed a familiarity with it.
Yeah, I will. The biggest thing is they need to get over Bobby. They need to move on. They criticised they've criticised, everyone gets it, but Johnny K was criticised for so many games, nearly a whole season at one point. And look at him now. He doesn't make too many mistakes. He was solid again last night.
I don't remember him making a mistake that I noticed last night.
No, not last night. That's what I'm saying. Like, he used to make plenty of them.
Yeah.
Plenty. But at the end of the day, again, he's young. They are going to make mistakes. It's one of those things. If a young bloke makes a mistake, chances are he'll learn from it.
Yeah.
If someone like Boogs or Topper and so forth like that makes a mistake, it was just a flat out mistake.
Yeah. Topper had an absolute fucking stormer.
Oh, look, they all played well.
They all played well.
You know what I mean? If anything, I think the one person that I feel didn't really do much, and that's not saying that he played shit.
Yeah.
It's just his involvement was, I suppose, not even needed.
Yeah.
It was Boogs. He did not.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, I don't know.
He did not do. He didn't. Or something he didn't not do. He didn't have to.
Yeah.
He done. You know what I mean? He didn't have to chase back. I'd love to see. I can't seem to.
He's the stopper.
But yeah. But I can't see it now. But I'd love to see how many tackles and that he made. It couldn't have been many because he didn't have to. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Usually it's Stevie UG that looks like he's done absolutely nothing but obviously ran 40 kilometers.
I was about to say,
and all that sort of shit.
I have the stats up for that. And I'm gonna friggin' talk over you here for a second. Steven Ugarkovic. For all the people out there that Steven Ugarkovic does nothing, guess what, lads? In the Jet side last night, he made the most amount of passes in the game.
Yeah.
Of both sides.
Yeah.
And guess what? At a 91% accuracy, he made 75 passes and got 68 of them to stick. Now you tell me Steven Ugarkovic hasn't done anything.
That's what I mean. Like
the stats don't lie.
Exactly right. Passing accuracy, 66.
68 out of 75.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the other stats as well. But that's just it, you know what I mean? Like, the Beanie vision to find players was so good. It was good, and that's half the reason why, he hasn't picked that shit up, obviously, at the A League level. He's picked that up.
I think there was a period of about 10 minutes where he was just receiving the ball, stopping on the half turn, and just completely finding Fitzy behind the Sydney midfield.
Yeah.
Like in open space.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there going, God, what a ball.
It was good. It was good, you know. At the end of the day, from what I can see here...
Sydney did get cagey, though. There were points where they had 11 behind the ball, and they were worried.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They were worried. They were packed in 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Later on in the game, they were packed in 11 behind the ball, 4-4-2, because they needed that extra man in the midfield.
Yeah. Luke Stevie should have freaking buried that worldie at the...
Luke, I think we're going to see a hell of a lot more of him. I'm pretty sure that Carl has basically gone to Stevie. When you push up and you receive it there, son, have a ping. Yeah, okay, you might not get one in against Redmayne, but you might get two in against Izzo. You might get a couple in against Birra. They're not going to expect it. There will be keepers. There will be keepers that won't expect it.
Yeah. No. At the end of the day, friggin' the boys set out. They set out to do what, probably no one expected them to do. You know what I mean? Their plan, the Carl's game plan, and this is why it would have been fantastic to speak to Lucas, just because he would have been obviously around all that, even though he didn't make this bench. Just to hear what his actual game plan was. You know what I mean? Like, was it hit him on the counter? Was it friggin' just play wide? And he admitted, you know what I mean? Like, they definitely had a game plan, and it worked.
Yeah.
So
it was.
Yeah.
It was.
One of those things.
I wouldn't say slow. There were points that I think out of defence into the midfield when we were going forward.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 times could have happened quicker.
Yes.
They were a bit sluggish on that.
Yeah.
But once it got to the midfield, then it moved.
Correct. Which has usually been a problem in past years.
Yes.
It gets to the midfield.
I think it might be a little bit of the central defenders that we've got going, I can't screw up here, otherwise we are in big shit. I want to make sure the pass sticks. I want that extra time to settle myself on the ball. Get a couple of games into playing that game plan, they won't even have to think about that. It's almost like they were hesitating to make the pass quicker in fear of turning over possession. Yeah,
it's what have we got there? Lewis Talanair had nothing to do, which was fantastic. I think that's probably the biggest surprising point for me was the fact that how little attack they had. You could tell in the second half how things changed when obviously Ninkovic came on. The dynamic changed, the mood changed, everything started to swing a little bit Sydney's way, which surely, for Corica, obviously thought things were going to go different for the last period of the game. But then obviously again, Carl brings in a couple of subs and it changes dynamic again and it shifts and we push forward and obviously
They put on
again,
experience. They put on experience. We put on the unknown.
another yellow for Boogs last night.
That's normal.
It's going to happen. I think I can't remember what it was on the thingo there. The stats are ridiculous for how many yellow cards and shit he's got in his career. That's freaking crazy.
It was stupid.
Yeah, hey, look, that's what he does.
What are Joe Ledley's stats from last night? Ledley, where is he? 13 passes, 12 of them stuck. 1 yellow card.
Yep. And that was obviously at the time when he cracked the shits, where I believe Carl cracked the shits. Picked himself up a yellow. Yeah, even the pass accuracy again, 92%.
Yeah, but out of 13 passes, you'd expect that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the centre backs. Look at their passing and their passing accuracy.
Actually, here's an interesting one for you, which I sort of look at the stat there and just go, really? I'm still trying to work out that he got that many off. How many shots do you reckon Thurgate got off in the chat? How many shots do you reckon Thurgate got off? Which I thought was quite impressive. Because I didn't think it was that high.
Yeah, neither did I. But I mean, you said that we don't need Boogs, right?
No. I didn't say we don't.
Or what did he do?
I'm just saying he didn't have much to do.
He made
usually right.
Three interceptions, 2 fouls, 1, which is equal highest with Abini, who got the most amount on 2, and he was the most accurate. Has the most accurate pass percentage of the back 3 last night.
Yeah, 3%. Interceptions 3, so it was the lowest of the back line. This is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah, Boogs is the last man.
Yeah. I get. Yeah, but I'm saying this is what I'm saying. Normally, Boogs is the one pushing. He's the one who's always frigging out. He's getting everyone out, and he has to make tackles because they are always out of position. Always.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As I said, I'm not saying he had a shit game. I'm not saying that he played like shit. I'm not saying he had a terrible game. I'm not saying he was the worst player out of the friggin' best 11.
Yeah.
I'm saying that he had nothing to do. If all he had to do was 3 interceptions, Topper got 9.
Yeah.
Right? This is what I'm trying to say. Topper got 9 interceptions. He also friggin' spent, I reckon, 20 minutes out of the fucking 90-minute match in the fucking 18-yard box.
Yeah.
Like, so
he's the press.
He's gone up. He's come back.
Yeah.
So
he's the pressing man to pin them back.
Correct. So again, but what I'm saying is he's gone up, which then leaves a gap, which then means Boogs has to fill that gap.
Yeah, he has to come across.
Right? But then has had nothing to do. Sydney had nothing. They wouldn't even come forward at a time like that. Fuck. Centre back's out. Let's push forward. They still didn't even do that.
No, because we had too many players in midfield. They couldn't break through the midfield.
Yeah.
At that point, we had 6 in the midfield.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to get through.
5-3.
Topper pushes up. Yeah, Topper pushes up higher than Boogs. Yes, that's all part of Carl's plan.
Yeah,
that is okay. So we've got 3 centre backs. All 3 of them will have very different jobs in what entails that they need to do at centre back. Topper's is obviously the directive given to him is right. You are the one to step out of the line to push Sydney back and keep them in their half. You are the pressing man.
Correct.
To keep them pinned in, slow a counter-attack or nullify a counter-attack. If you don't nullify that or keep them pressed in, then you leg it. And he did against Bahaja.
Correct.
Twice.
Very much so.
And Bahaja's he's not slow.
Nah. Exactly right. As I said, at the end of the day, it's one of those things, Topper pushes up higher than, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit delayed, but anyway. YouTube's a little bit more delayed than the restream chat, but anyway. What was I going to say? Yeah, at the end of the day, the biggest thing is if we can sit here and honestly say that friggin' there was no real bad performance tonight or last night, obviously, that's a win. That's a win. If Boogs was the one person who had to do nothing, he's the captain. He should be. At the end of the day, me as previous captains over times and shit like that. Shit, it's my job to bust their ass and make sure that they're doing the workload. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have to be doing all the workload. Yeah. So
Roy didn't have many touches last night. Do you think he was kept quiet by Sydney or just not got the ball?
I don't think he got the ball.
Yeah. I mean, I spoke to you about this when the game was on. I don't think O'Donovan. His two chances were unlucky. Yeah. He was very unlucky not to score last night.
Yeah, that's
but at the same point as well. If he'd have done those exact shots again against the keeper that's not Redmayne, they would have gone in. They'd have gone in. 100%. Yeah. But I think it's more of a case. Roy is he's a very different type of striker to what a Beanie is.
Or what he was through what he was 3 years ago.
Yeah, he knows he doesn't have that speed. He knows he doesn't have that agility anymore. He is an out-and-out poacher now.
Correct.
He will sit at the 6-yard box.
Yep.
And will be more reluctant to come back to receive. But again, he doesn't have to when he's got somebody like a Beanie who's sitting in between the lines.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
A Beanie can do it himself and will push on and try and do it himself. If he gets stuck, that's when Roy's there.
Yep. No, 100%.
It is a Beanie's job to run at the defence. It is O'Donovan's job to get in behind the defence. You've got two different types of strikers, two different game plans, should you need to change it up very quickly.
Yeah. So,
and you noticed when Arroyo came on for Roy, Arroyo's a bit in between the both of them. He will come back and receive, just not as deep as what a Beanie will.
Yeah.
But a Beanie has that skill to run at defenders.
I think you broke down Sydney well. Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, as I said, I don't think Sydney were, they didn't underestimate us or anything like that. I don't know. They even showed it last week. Let's be honest. Up to the 75th minute against Wellington were going to win that game.
Yeah.
They should have been in front then.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, If they had VAR, they would have had a penalty. If they had, I think there was a handball there at one point as well that they possibly could have been given. One of the Sydney goals was soft. The two they scored at the very end fucking were shit. Just pace.
Right.
Simple pace over the top.
I don't think it was a case that we broke down Sydney well. I think it was more we had our plan and it worked.
I was going to say that's pretty much. And
I don't think it's a plan that is tailored specifically to Sydney FC. I think it is a plan for every game. Carl has the plan, and what we saw last night is the plan. But he will have made tweaks and variations to that, depending on how an opposition comes up against him. There will be countermeasures, little tweaks that need to be made that Carl already has put aside for, it's almost like a call and response. We play the first 5 minutes as intended till Carl can suss it out. And then after that 5 minutes, he will go, right, this isn't working. Revert you doing this to now this to nullify what this is Sydney doing.
Correct.
If that makes any sense. It's not a wholesale change. It is little tweaks in the way that the plan is implemented.
Yep.
And the players will be well aware of those already.
Correct. Apart from Grant, who, in your opinion, was the best player for Sydney? Retro, hands down.
Caceres.
Retro.
Caceres.
Reckon?
Caceres was breaking down the midfield.
Yeah, I don't know.
Caceres is aside from his goal, which was just completely unlucky for who wasn't marking him, Matty Miller. He was unlucky, but Caceres was breaking through that 5-man midfield like it was nothing.
What if we go to if you go to their stats and you have a quick look at their stats of what it was?
Wilco on paper will look the best, no doubt.
Who?
Wilco.
Wilkinson. No, Wilkinson's shit.
100% passing accuracy, 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
So yeah, Retro did well.
Retro, 54 out of 59 friggin' pass completeds. Like, that's ridiculous. 54. Yeah, when obviously you're looking at bloody...
I can tell you who their worst player on the park was last night.
Oh, they had plenty. They had plenty, I reckon, if you go by stats.
I don't even need to look at the stats. Their worst player last night was Barbarouses.
He looked a bit lost.
Followed in a very close second by Luke Bratton. Bratton had a game to forget.
Let's be honest though, they all had friggin' pretty horrible games. Zulo done nothing as well. For a bloke of his talent, like in what he does normally, week in, week out, he done nothing as
Lafon was quiet.
Lafondra was quiet, but I suppose that's a given considering, Lafondra didn't come into the game until Ninkovic came up.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. Once Ninkovic came in, that obviously helped him. But before that, it was nothing. Like, what's Zulo? Friggin'
Bratton had 94 touches.
16 out of 18 passes completed.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the worst games I've ever seen Bratton play.
Oh, they were all up to shite. They were all up.
Yeah. I mean, their fans will put it down to, we've already played one game, so we're tired. Make no excuses.
Yeah.
You're the champions.
Bratton had 94 touches. Yeah, but
even I can touch a ball 94 times in a game.
It's one of those things, though. Friggin', a bloke like him needs to be touching the ball. His positioning, he's expected to touch the ball. He should be touching.
Costa who? Costa Petrados? We don't know any other Costas.
Bloody.
But yeah, Barbarouses had a shocker. He was quiet.
Yeah, they all honestly, man.
That's all well and good, Aiden, that Bratton can have 94 touches. But what did he do with those 94 touches?
That's
nothing.
That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is, I think, in that regard, Aiden, is you've got to look at Bratton. Bratton is the player for Sydney FC that should be touching the ball every time it goes through midfield.
He's the deep line playmaker.
Everywhere. Every time. It doesn't matter whether that ball goes left through midfield, it goes right through midfield, it goes straight down the middle. He has to be on that ball.
He's the pivot.
Every time.
He's the pivot.
Yeah, he's the bloke looking for your friggin' Ninkovic's or your friggin' Caceres or your shit like that. Yeah, it's his job.
Yeah, he's looking for the split.
Yeah, he's looking. He gets the ball. It's like, when that one person gets the gun or whatever it is, and then everyone just splits. That's his job. He gets that ball. He's looking for every Sydney FC friggin' player to be going, get wide or get open.
Yeah.
So he should. So not 90. That's probably, honestly, if you probably went back through other stats of probably before we hit COVID, that's probably a really shit stat of 94 touches. He should be well over 100, to be fair, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it just proves how bad they all sort of were. They all, there wasn't, as I said, can you blame Grant? You know what I mean? If he played 90 minutes, would Sydney FC, would all those players be, would it have been as bad as what the stats are showing?
Would have been a different game.
Yeah, it would have been a completely different game, which then obviously means, if Ryan Grant plays the whole game, like I have no doubt, again, my opinion, I have no doubt, in the first 30 minutes, I reckon you'll find that Bratton 40 of those 90-odd passes happened in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because he just fed every time. Grant to him. Grant to him. So every time Grant got the ball, it was pretty well, as long as it didn't go wide, it was always coming back to him. And Grant is definitely one player who does not like having the ball if he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
His job is get the ball and get rid of it as quick as he possibly can to the best possible position to better him, which means he can then get down the wing. What do you drink? What are you drinking, Ben? I don't know. I didn't see.
Kirk's creamy soda.
Creamy soda. There we go.
It's a school night, lads. Something about a spelling mistake. I'm doing it now.
The league.
Yeah. I'll fix that now.
We all make them.
Well, I was rushing to get it done, to be fair.
We all make them. Everyone. It's all right. We're talking about the bloke who. We're talking about the friggin' bloke who friggin' forgot the J. So,
forgot the what?
The J.
Oh fuck.
There it is. What else we got? But yeah, look. At the end of the day, guys, before we go into that, obviously, we've got a list here of other shit. Let's talk.
Fixed.
Fixed. Let's finish it off, right? Let's finish it off. Sydney FC, right? So, full match, as I said, 55%. So we dominated in possession, which is accurate in my opinion of watching the game.
Yep.
We looked dominant. We looked fresh. A Beanie for me, and this is where we'll go into it now. A Beanie for me, man of the match. I think everything he touched turned to gold. Every chance he created, it worked. You know what I mean? It may have fallen apart once he got rid of the ball, but every time he got the ball to create the chance, it worked. He's dominant. He was just so dominant, man. He's just so good to watch. 2 blokes, friggin' no dramas. Yeah, should be right. Just take him with me, I don't know. He looks so good. Miller was good. I think if you had to give a 1, 2, 3, you'd go a Beanie, Miller, and probably Topper. In my opinion, that's a 3, 2, 1 for me. Leave your 3, 2, 1s in the chat, guys. I'd love to know your thoughts. Ben, for you?
Yeah, I'm looking up at the ceiling because I'm trying to think. As much as I don't want to say this, I actually agree with you. I actually agree with you.
Got him, lads.
It's not often it is not often that me and you see eye to eye, especially on something like a man of the match. But
it's a given. It's a given. He played in the back line, I played in the front, so friggin' the back line do nothing as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, shut up. We're not all blessed with the skills to score goals. Some of us are blessed with the skills to fucking stop them. Or in my case, just run.
You stop kicking the fences and friggin' walls.
I can't kick the walls anymore. They've just painted them.
Aiden, Topper, Miller, and Ugarkovic. Yeah, nah. So, Like, I love your thought. But Ugarkovic didn't have to do enough. It's the same thing as Boogs. He wasn't required as much because a Beanie helped. Beanie he took so much weight and so much load off Ugarkovic. It proved that when Ugarkovic had that first one, that one that he probably should have buried. How much room he had?
Yeah,
how much room he had because Beanie took the rest of him out of the fucking game.
Yeah,
he took the rest of them and then freaking go there you go, Ugarkovic. Have an hour to think where you're going to hit that. Oh fuck.
And if Ugarkovic is anything like me, that's the worst thing for him. The more time you've got to stand there and think about it, the worse your shot's going to be.
Absolutely.
It's when you don't have the time and you just have to hit it is when your best ones come.
Oh, you had an age. You had all day to hit that ball,
and that was the problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. For a bloke like Ugarkovic.
Topper, Miller, Ugarkovic. Man, how can you leave a Beanie? He was so integral.
Yeah.
He was so integral.
Like again, nothing against it, Aiden. But
yeah,
why for you? Why for you would why did you leave a beanie out? What did those three guys do that for your own opinion, warrant a beanie not making that three? As I said, everyone's entitled to their opinion. A lot of people, I believe, went Miller over the chats and all the Facebook pages and shit like that. A lot of people went Miller. Which, let's be honest, he had a great game.
Yeah, but for fans like that, that will go Miller over a beanie.
Let's be honest. That I think the fan scenario when we talk about that is, I think every time this is no shit. This is legit. I think every time that Ben and I have picked Ugarkovic as man of the match, I don't think anyone else would have.
Yeah,
or very, 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 very few.
Yeah, because we don't watch the ball when we watch the game. We watch everything.
Exactly.
I mean, and I'll admit, it's easier to analyze a game. Well, for me personally, it's easier for me to analyze a game by watching it on TV. I can't analyze a game when I'm watching it live in the stadium. I get too wrapped up in the passion and the support, and I can't pay attention and I can't focus.
Yeah.
And probably inebriated to some degree, but
look, I think the best thing, if you want to talk about frigging a bloke treating COVID the way people should be, mate, Steven Ugarkovic hands down. Mate, he loves the 1.5 meter gap. Mate, he doesn't want anyone near him.
Yeah.
Mate, stay away. Mate, Jesus Christ.
It's evident by the amount he actually runs on game day. Those extra metre and a halves count up when you have like 400 of them in a game.
Yeah.
That's how he gets his like 9 kilometres per game.
No, it's ridiculous. Away. You get in with it. You get in his, in his personal space, and that's it. You just get out. I'm out. I've got to run. I've got to move.
Although it is interesting to see Stevie play a modified role from what he's been accustomed to the entire time that he's been at the club. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that other defensive midfield shield anymore. He has more numbers around him, but they don't have to be a physical shield for him to have time on the ball.
Yep.
He gets that time through space now.
Yeah.
And by packing out the midfield. Because he's probably the one that's probably the deepest in that midfield 5.
Yeah.
At any one point. He's probably the one that they don't mark unless he starts to move forward, and they're forced to.
Yeah.
Because Sydney would have to have brought a defender forward to cover the man that's gone in deeper to mark Ugarkovic, or try and play Ugarkovic out of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it was close, it was close. Yeah, look.
But you can't. He.
As I said, I'm just trying to. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to go. Goal Perth 2-1. Beautiful. 2-1. No, wait. 2-1 to Wellington or Perth. We'll let us know that.
I'll put the live scores up.
What was I going to say? Yeah. At the end of the day, as I said, everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine by us. As I said, at the end of the day, no dramas. We'll move on. Obviously, we'll finish up the Sydney game. Obviously, it was 2-1. Costa scored. We got the result, which is the biggest thing.
Knicks are up 2-1. Second one was a penalty.
Let's not sugarcoat it for what it is. How important we needed those 3 points compared to them. They only need the one, and they've still got freaking 4 games to do it. So it'll happen eventually. But we'll move in. It was a great result. Big ups to obviously, Carl and the boys obviously for getting the result.
Yeah.
Getting the boys up for it, which I suppose is probably the biggest thing we've got to look at as well. I mean, they've had so much time off. Just getting the blokes up and about and
I'm glad that Carl Robinson and Kenny Miller have now created a, how would you say it, a working relationship with Chris Beath.
Yeah. Working really. Yeah.
Need Wellington to win, man. I'm all for fucking Wellington.
Look,
all for Wellington.
This is where we're going to dive into it, and we're going to move on. As I said, we will finish quickly on obviously the coast, but we're not going to get through a lot of this shit. We've already been going for nearly a fucking hour. But
really,
this is
shit.
Yeah.
No,
shit.
Yeah. Actually, -5 of that, so we've been about 50 minutes.
Let's talk about obviously COVID scenario with the players, the teams, not us.
We know
we're lucky. We're lucky that it didn't affect us in compared to other teams, right? So let's put it this way, right? Okay, we're sitting 8th. We've played 23 games. Adelaide are in 6th. They're a game behind us. Western United, and this is the biggest kicker, right?
Yeah.
Western United are currently on the same amount of points as us, yeah? Same amount of points as us, right?
3 games in
with
hand.
3 games on us. 3 games. That's 9 points that they can pick up before we play our final 3. That's 9 points that we can only get. We can only make 9 points. They can win all 3 games and it's over before they even get to their final 3.
Even Western Sydney is a danger.
Western City. Oh, yeah, Western City.
They're 1 point behind us with 2 games in hand.
Oh, there's just so many.
Yeah, and one of those games against Western is against us.
Let's be honest. Like, even Melbourne Victory right now is still, they're
a write-off.
Yeah, let's say, right, they have to win everything, right? They have to win everything. They're going to find it very fucking difficult with the amount of dramas they've got. But again,
they're in trouble.
For them, though, it's still intent with the games they've still got in hand. There's still a chance. It's not dead. You know what I mean? Like
it's still a chance, but I don't say this very often, and I feel sort of sorry for the Melbourne Victory supporters this season because for a club that have always expected so much of their club, for supporters that have always expected so much of their club,
yeah,
it hurts to not be up there when you know you should be. And especially when you've been accustomed to being up there for so long.
Yeah. So what have we got? We've got the game against the Coast. We then play Western United, and then we finish it all off with Wellington. That's pretty much that's it. That's our run home. You know, we should if we play
6 points.
Yeah, for me it's 6 points. We definitely should beat the Coast. We definitely should beat bloody Western.
Yeah, at a stretch, 7 points if we get lucky and get a draw against the Knicks.
Yeah, but even if let's be realistic. If we get all 9 points, right, that leaves us with 36, which is currently what Wellington are on now. 35.
Or 1 point above the Raw.
Brisbane are going to struggle. I think Brisbane are going to struggle to make the 6.
Yeah, 6 points, but need all 9.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I in my opinion, the season is dead. I don't think
we're going to make finals.
Even if we put it this way, if we get all 9 points, happy days.
Yeah,
happy days. That for us is beyond achievement. Happy fucking days. I just can't see the results going our way. There's no way Western United are going to lose all their games.
No.
Yeah, even maybe 2 of them they would shit. In saying that though, Conte is a massive loss for them. Huge loss.
Oh, Kone.
Kone, sorry.
Yeah.
Huge loss. Big loss.
But signing Diamante on another 2-year deal, fuck, I'd love to see more of that. I'd love to see more of him in the A League. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Just his Instagram posts.
Yeah.
They're fucking brilliant.
How good are they? How fucking good are they? Western United, obviously, you know, they're in a world of hurt. But with Berisha, anything's possible.
Yeah, but they've still got teething issues as a new club. This is not an ideal first season for that club.
Oh, put it this way. Hey, if they finish 7th in their first season, you take that shit.
Oh, hell yeah. We said that at the start of the year, prior to COVID.
In my opinion, they will beat Adelaide. Are done. I think Adelaide are done.
I think they're gonna slip without Verbeek.
It's gonna struggle. Yeah, but they've just lost another one as well. Can't remember who it was, but they've lost someone else for the season. Shit, I can't remember who it is, but it's somebody. They've lost another one for the rest of the season as well. Verbeek's another freaking big one for them.
Same with Brisbane. I think Brisbane are going to struggle without Fowler.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely struggle, but I think the 3 games is going to be enough.
Yeah, you reckon they'll ride it out?
I think if they had less games to go,
Who are Perth playing instead of?
See, for me, Perth is going to.
Who are they playing in place of Castro?
God knows.
Ingham.
Well, they haven't got much choice. Connor Meades is out for the season as well.
Ingham, and he's the one that scored. And he's the one that scored.
Somehow, Central Coast Mariners need to beat Western Sydney Wanderers. Western United still have Victory, Jets, Western Sydney Wanderers.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. He scored a banger. All right.
He scored a banger.
Well, there's a couple of names in the Perth squad that are interesting. Meredith Marcella on the bench. D'Agostino on the bench. Chianese on the bench. And both the Popovich brothers starting.
Yeah.
He's See, I think Perth are losing this game because Popper's been too drastic with his changes.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Because Wellington are playing their 11 that they played pre-COVID.
Yep. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He's made too many changes.
Yeah, look, it's going to be an interesting scenario. See how we go. As I said, if we can scrape into 7th, I'd be happy. Again, because it's just where we finish.
Attack forever 7th.
It's a safe haven for us. It's like a safety net.
Yeah, it's like Arsenal's 4th.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens, guys. I think D'Agostino is good. He scored a bang. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, off topic of this, I think what we'll do is we'll probably do another show at some point in the coming days. Because as I said, there is a lot obviously we want to talk about. We do want to talk about the VAR, 5 subs. It's just
sad day.
It just turns into a nutcase of we get talking about football and there you go. You get off track and shit like that. But
we haven't really gone off track.
Oh no, I mean
we've gone into a bit more depth than what we thought. But...
Yeah. Perth over Adelaide, Western Sydney, Melbourne, Victory, Western United, Perth.
Well, I can get through some of these talking points very quickly.
No, we're not going to go through those talking points very quickly.
Well, one of them I can. Short turnaround. Who cares? The season is what it is. That's it. It is what it is.
Yeah. We know that. But at the end of the day, I'm more talking about fatigue. I'm more talking about, again, the 5 sub, and this is why the 5 sub scenario will come into play with that, because
Who's going to win the FA Cup?
that is meant to help. What FA Cup?
The Football Association Cup.
What's an FA Cup?
You don't care because you're not in it anymore.
It's a Mickey Mouse Cup, mate. We've won way too.
No, the FA Cup is not a Mickey Mouse Cup. The Carabao Cup is the Mickey Mouse Cup.
Western Sydney Wanderers have Perth, Western Melbourne.
Big difference.
Melbourne Victory.
Big difference.
Western Sydney Wanderers. Wow, that's brute. That is.
Who?
Western Sydney Wanderers.
Who have they got?
Perth, Western Melbourne, Western United, and Melbourne Victory.
Fucking! They should win. They should win 3 of those.
Beat Melbourne.
I think they'll struggle against Perth, but they'll beat Western. They'll beat Victory. Although, depending.
Yeah.
I think Victory might have a rocket shoved up them for that game.
And Luke, that's exactly why I think Adelaide are going to struggle, because their run home is the worst out of everyone's. They have to play everybody above them.
That's rough.
That's their final 5. They have to play everybody above them. So, yeah, they might get lucky against Perth because obviously just their outs and their injuries. Brisbane maybe because they're struggling at the moment. But there's no way they're going to beat Wellington. There's no way they're going to beat Melbourne City. And no way they'll beat Sydney FC.
I know why you don't want to talk about the FA Cup.
What?
Who's going to win the FA Cup?
Nobody.
Well, one of them's going to win it.
Done did. It's a fucking shit cup.
No, that one's not. The other one's the shit cup. The one that we won's the shit cup. Who's going to win it? I can tell you right now who's going to win it. Not Arsenal. Because Arsenal love to fall over in cup finals.
Yeah,
it will go to Chelsea, as much as it pains me to say it.
They couldn't even beat friggin' Villa this morning, mate. How's that make you feel?
Oh, don't even. I thought that was not going to be brought up today.
No, that's the end of that. We have a chance, just have to hope. And that's it. And that's all we do. We need to hope. We need to pray. I don't like the chances. I think it's too many points.
As much as we are football fans, Josh and I are very realistic fans.
Yeah.
We look at everything that's put in front of us.
Yeah.
We're not blind to maths. We're not blind to the reality that is in front of us.
Correct.
Villa staying up, Benno. Shut up, Luke.
They'll go down. They got lucky.
They got lucky.
I'm not going to lie. Our Arsenal squad looked pretty bleak considering they just played the FA Cup. So
yeah, exactly.
They want to win. They want to walk away with a trophy. So the FA Cup had to. They had to bring out a strong squad. So. That's a given there. But anyway, we're gonna slowly wrap it up. Obviously, we're gonna we'll quickly talk about obviously the game on Friday. Central Coast Mariners. I do believe Luke and Aiden have tickets. Well, they've got something without a barcode.
You'd hate to miss it.
You would hate to miss it. Pretty straightforward, guys. Pretty
Now,
straightforward.
there's something I do want to touch on when it comes to this.
Oh yes.
Do we not have a reciprocal ticket arrangement? Where is the game being played?
Central Coast.
Is it being played at Gosford?
From what I believe.
I'm trying to ascertain this information now.
F3 Derby, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Is it being played in
Gosford?
In Gosford. I want to know before I open my mouth.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Right. Where is the reciprocal ticket arrangement?
Correct.
If it was at another stadium like Bankwest or in the Sydney Hub, I can understand that because you have to pay for the hire of the
correct
of the stadium and the maintenance. Correct. That's understandable.
Correct.
Why are the members paying for it now?
Yeah, I think it's the biggest thing there is considering we had an agreement before the season went into shit fight.
Well, the season it still was in place for this season. This is still this season.
It's the current season. It's still the current season. So I'm saying I don't understand why there's any change. that we get the 2 games at the Central Coast Mariners. We do not have to pay for tickets. It's
Exactly.
part of the
1,000 tickets, Luke. It shouldn't matter, regardless of the amount of tickets.
I was going to say, if we
That
were able
is that is both clubs opening their hand out.
Yeah.
It's Robin Hooding.
I'm not sure why during COVID. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing. That's what we're trying to say, Luke. There's 10,000 Newcastle Jets members thereabouts, and if we were able to go like if it was just a normal derby, it would be free because that was what was told at the start of the season. You get into Central Coast games for nothing. I've got it on my receipt. I've got it on my list of shit.
On my membership pack. Yeah.
This ticket entitles you to the 2 games at Central Coast Mariners or whatever it was in round whatever and whatever. So, yeah, it's been interesting. It's an interesting one to find out. But anyway, like it's $18, but fucking shit. Why should we have to be paying $18?
In a time where people are struggling for coin and losing jobs, the last thing you should be doing is asking them for money for something that you have previously offered for free and said for the season you would be offering for free.
As I said to you, it's free to go watch us play and watch them play the champions, but we've got to pay to see them play the bottom side.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Or here's the thing, lads. Boycott it and just sit at home.
Yeah, fucking oath. You shouldn't be going down there anyway. Freaking the strong wording in the Sydney thing or whatever. You should not be travelling outside of Newcastle. So, but anyway, let's quickly touch on this before we wrap it up. Obviously, Central Coast Mariners Friday night. It should be a guaranteed game. My opinion, and let us know what yours are. I don't think there's going to be too much to change. I think the only thing that'll change is if we get, if people pulled up too sore or there's niggling injuries or whatever it is, like a dimmy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll pretty much try and keep it as is. Why would you change? Why would you? You don't really change a losing side, so
I'm calling it 3-0.
3-0.
I'm calling it 3-0. If we played like we played against Sydney, 3-0. Yep. At the minimum.
Yeah. Right.
I would even contemplate, if we played the same way we did against Sydney, I'd even contemplate a Bodie special.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
I don't know. I just got a feeling. I just got a feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna go 2-0. I can't see Central Coast scoring a goal.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't see them scoring against us if we played like that.
But do they still have... What's that Brazilian that played for the Jets that everybody forgets about now because he's a coastie?
Birighetti.
I said what? Brazilian.
Oh, sorry. I only heard half of it. He plays for the coast now.
Yeah.
Buggy Fauna. Who?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I got freaking nothing. No idea. 3-0 win.
What? When the tickets came out, the code for F3 Derby doesn't work, and tickets are set to CCM members' prices. It's still fucking bullshit. Jair!
That's him.
Jair. Is he still there?
Yes.
Is he actually still there?
Yeah, I still believe he's there.
When was the Jippo's last game? When did they play? They lost to Perth 1-0, wasn't it?
They lost to Perth, yeah.
18 to the 7th. Right, I want to have a look at their lineup. The code works now. So they're playing a 4-2-2-2. Interesting.
4-2-2-2. Shit. I hope they play that against us. Freaking Christ, the wingbacks will have a fucking field day.
They're strong. Like, their squad just doesn't... Like, when you've got Silvera and Murray starting in front of Matt Simon, then you've got issues. I don't see a Jair, though. No Jair. I hope Mickey plays against the Coast.
Oh, that'd be so good. I can't say it at them, but
I hope he takes out. I hope he takes out Tommy Orr.
Yeah, vlog. So most against his former team. Yeah, that's exactly it. So what do we go? So we had Luke with 3-0. I'm calling a 4-1. Aiden's gone 4-1. Yeah, possibility. Mate, shit, fucking Christ. Mate, put it this way. I'll put it to you this way. If Central Coast score, it'll be either a penalty, an own goal, or a freaking or an offside goal.
It will touch the back of the net, just not in the correct way.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It will touch the net. The outside of the side netting. Or the roof of the net.
Yeah, it'll hit something.
When Italiano palms it over the top.
Matty Simon special. Bloody oath.
Oh, don't even. He's a wanker.
But yeah, look, as I said, guys.
The Wizard of Boy Boy.
The Wizard of Boy Boy.
The Wizard of Boy Boy.
Yeah, again, another must win, another game we should easily win with a performance.
That doesn't mean we get complacent about it, though.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, we can't take any game easy.
You should never, ever, at any time.
No, absolutely. No matter who you are.
No.
Pardon me. And put it this way: if no, I don't believe they did, but if Sydney took us lightly, that's what happens.
Sydney didn't take us lightly.
No, I don't believe they did. But if they had of, and that's what happens.
And that's what all their fans will be saying. Oh, we went easy on you, or we underestimated them. No, you didn't.
Social distance active. It's always been a social distance active for the last couple of
years.
Mate,
I've always been socially distant from the Cove. There's a reason for that.
Central Coast Mariners will be staying 1.5 metres away from the Jets. Yeah, it's a given. That's a given. At least
because our players will be running 1.5 metres ahead of them at all times.
Yeah.
Because they're not worried about catching COVID.
Yeah.
They're worried about catching the Jippo Cooties.
Jippo Cooties. Bloody oath. But yeah, look, we're gonna wrap it up there. Obviously, again, it was a bit of a shambles, unfortunately, because everything that I had planned to obviously talk about.
No, it was a good episode. It's raw. That's what we want.
Go through. It's just that's what I'm trying to say.
How are the Devil headphones? Much better than my falling apart old Sennheisers. Much better.
I'm glad we're matching though with the red and the black.
Hey, it matches this jumper. Like the navy blue on it, mate. It is perfect. These are Jets headphones, lads. You want to get yourself a pair? They're Astro A40s in the navy blue and red.
Before we go, Luke, I've got a surprise for you.
Magic.
Got a surprise for you. Here we go. Just for you, mate. Just hold that up there. Enjoy that.
Don't make me go and walk to the bedroom.
Picked that one up yesterday, just for you.
Don't make me go and walk to the bedroom.
They're
on coat hangers, mate. They haven't touched my body yet.
Neither's that one. I've still got the tags on it. But I'll be wearing that tomorrow morning when we lift the trophy. Just let that sink in a bit.
Well, yeah. And Josh will know just how important this next phrase that I'm about to say is. After so many seasons, I have finally caved and bought a black Jets kit.
I got one too.
Yeah, but you know what I was like. I fucking hate them. I don't like them.
Yeah. See, for me, I won't buy that.
I like the away white kit. That's my favourite. That's the pick this year.
I won't buy the red and the blue.
See, I have this year, like the current red and the blue. I have this season's one, which has got no sponsor, but I also have the ACL version of it with the white Newcastle across the front.
Yeah.
And I've had that one for ages.
It looks filth. But anyway, that's what it is. It's Barcelona-esque, and
I don't like it.
But anyway,
I'm not a fan.
Whatever. No. Anyway, we do thank you guys for obviously jumping in. We know, obviously, as I said, it's a little bit.
Aiden, shut up.
Hey, we won't go into that one.
I'm not allowed to wear it on stream. I can't.
Yeah.
Because it disappears in the green screen.
What I'm thinking is we might friggin' possibly tee it up for Saturday.
Great idea. Great day. Yeah.
That way, we'll talk about the game on Friday, and obviously, we don't have to really talk about the game coming up because we've got an 8-day break, and we'll get back into. We'll have another episode before then. So we'll dissect the Central Coast game. We'll talk a bit of football. Talk a bit of obviously the 5 sub rules, squad management, playing styles, COVID. Talk a bit more in a bit more depth after we see what the go is on Friday tonight. Coaches' expectations as well. Yeah. How long to go in that game against Wellington?
I'll tell you. I have the score up. Oh, 89 minutes.
Oh, there you go. Knew it was coming.
Who's going to score in their 90th minute?
I was about to say, is it going to be 2-2 or is it going to be 3-1?
Is it Gianni Stensness or Steinemann?
Yes.
I can't remember which one.
Stein. But yeah, thanks anyway, guys, for jumping in. It is muchly appreciated. Once again, be sure to go over and like the Facebook page.
Your command's working?
Commands. Let's have a look. I was on the wrong one for a second there. What do we got? Mako.
No, that's your stream deck, not your bloody...
wrong button, you dickhead.
Not your chat commands. They don't... I want your chat...
I'm
talking about your chat commands, not your bloody...
Oh, see, they're going... I don't think that shit's going to work.
No, it won't, because I have control of the stream.
There
we go, it did work! Hey!
What worked?
Well, you said go check out the Facebook page. I put in exclamation mark Facebook, and guess what? It worked.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Be sure to go and like the Facebook page if you haven't done so already. Be sure to share the content around whenever we upload it. Is muchly appreciated.
Or whenever we post in general.
Yeah, whenever we post in general. Obviously, be sure to go subscribe to the YouTube side as well. Timmy Woods, I love it. Comes in right when we're about to wrap up.
Well, he has just gotten up and gotten ready for work. He is in America.
Should have got up an hour earlier.
What, to listen to us waffle on?
Absolutely. Could have been his alarm. Bloody hell. Nah, thanks for jumping on, Timmy.
Cheers, Timmy.
What was I going to say? Yeah, be sure to go check out the YouTube side. Obviously, go subscribe over there. Jump onto Gabriel Mars' Facebook page as well. Give that a like. It's muchly appreciated. Once again, thanks to those guys for being the major sponsor. And other than that, we will speak to you guys on Saturday. We'll set up a time. Don't know what that'll be. We might look at doing it a little bit earlier. Maybe a lunchtime special or something like that. That way we've got a bit of, before the football or whatever's on Saturday. We'll work it out. We'll have a look at the roster and
not too early.
What's going on and shit like that. No.
I don't do early mornings.
No, I'm not talking before 1 o'clock, mate. Just calm down.
No, I'll be awake before then.
Rossi hit 1,000 followers on Twitch today.
What?
Oh, jeez.
Fuck!
Jeez. Bloody hell.
Fucking good on him. I haven't been in his stream in a while. To be fair, I've had nearly 2 weeks off watching streams.
Bloody oath. But yeah, other than that, guys, muchly appreciated. Hopefully we get some more Jets current and obviously formers on as soon as we possibly can. And other than that, we will speak to you guys on Saturday, and I'm sure we'll speak to you lads anyway in the chat before then. If not, we'll be watching the game Friday night from the lounges of our home with our face masks on.
You don't have to wear it inside your own house.
Oh, you may as well. Get in trouble.
Everyone's like, I'm going to wear them at work. I've been wearing them at work for like 4 months. 5 months. Every day.
Not looking forward to that shit. 92nd minute. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much, guys. Muchly appreciated. Thanks for listening to us ramble on for a good hour. It's muchly appreciated as always. And other than that, as always,
we hate Coast Scum.
Come on, you Jets. Friday night. Fuck off, Central Coast. We'll catch you later, guys.
Bye.